Welcome back, my fellow diecast tragics. Today we are checking out another Hobbymaster model here in 1/72nd scale diecast. It is a North American F-100D Super Sabre, but it's not an American one. This particular one is from the French Air Force's squadron 411 Jura. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If I don't, I apologise to any French viewers I may have. Now, France was the first non-US Air Force to receive these F-100 Super Sabres in 1958. Now, they operated a total of 100. 85 of those were the F-100D, and 15 of those were the F-100F. Now, the last French squadron to fly the F-100D was this Squadron 411, which were based at Djibouti until 1978, which our particular model here is from. Now, our aircraft was painted with a special shark's mouth. Well, if you know me by now, I do love a set of teeth on my planes. Now, the scheme was so popular, though, that the squadron's remaining F-100s were also given the shark's mouth livery, and then they would refer to themselves as the Sharks of the Red Sea. In 1978, they would be replaced, though, by the Mirage III. All right, let's have a little look. We'll open it up and see what we're getting in there. That is a nice looking Super Sabre right there. I like that camo scheme on it. Looks to be a very blue underneath as well. There is some information on the flap as per usual with these Hobbymaster ones, but that model is no good in the box, is it? So you know what I'm going to say. Let's open a box and check it out. Alrighty, with the Super Sabre out of the box, it does come with the usual Hobbymaster plastic stand. And this is what it does look like, all put together. The whole thing is plastic, so there is no metal components on the stand whatsoever. It is a cradle type stand, obviously. You do also get a baggie that does have all the ordnance that we do need to affix. Oh, there is a lot of nice looking ordnance that we need to put on this beautiful looking aircraft, of course. I can't wait to do that. And of course, let us open the lid and see what we have. Now, obviously, usual deal, you've got all your landing gear options on either side. You do have a little generic pilot figure as well. Got the probes, refueling probe, your options for a straight one or the one with a slight bend. And that beautiful looking Super Sabre is sitting in there. Now, we need to get some poppage. Yeah, geez, you don't get much room to stick your digits in. Well, not my chunky digits. All right, here we go. Oh, it's got a little bit of heft to it. I do like that. And I do like the colour scheme. How awesome. We will zoom in and check out this aircraft in the bare bones first and have a little look at the fine details before we start chucking some bits on it. So it does have a little tail marking there. It does have the French rondelles on it, which does look fantastic. The panel lines and the paint application look absolutely brilliant. Oh, yes. That looks absolutely insanely good. It really suits the aircraft, actually, especially with the big empty nose there. That is, well, yes, you can see empty. It's blocked off. You can see there's no details inside. I think overall this does look absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm assuming this canopy does open, but it's troublesome for my chunky fingers, obviously. As you can see, it is trying to open. I do not want to break this beautiful aircraft on camera, so I will do that off camera and show you inside properly when we have assembled it a little bit better. That does look brilliant. So as I said, this is a bit of an older one, so if you do really like what you see, because, come on, you'd have to. This does look great. You do have to go hunt for one of these on the second-hand market. But the details underneath are absolutely spot on. Yep, looks bloody awesome. Definitely one to go on the hunt for. All right, what we'll do is we'll quickly set this up in flight and we'll come right back. All right, here we have it all set up for in-flight. There's no instructions, so I didn't know what loadout to put on it, so I just had a quick squeeze at the Hobbymaster website, and this is the loadout that they have in the majority of their pictures. I will swap out some of the other ordnance when we do gear down, so you can see, because there's some sidewinders you can put here. There is another, I think it's either a bomb or a drop tank, because it's bright silver. Normally bombs aren't bright silver, but it looks like a bomb, but I think it might be just another drop tank that you can put on the either side of the wings to replace one of the tanks on that side as well. And another rack with just a smaller bomb that can go in this position as well. But very easy to put the ordnance on. One thing, the refueling probe there, that is an absolute bitch to put on, because it is so small, and you just get a tiny slot, and you've got to hold it and try and wiggle it to grip in that slot. It is a nightmare. The pitted tube at the front, not so bad. It was a little bit fiddly, but pressed in really nicely. The main landing gear areas there, and the nose wheel gear door, very easy to put on, no dramas there. Don't worry about the little unsightly sort of bit there. The stand will most likely cover that up, because obviously that's your stand hole right there. But this is your beautiful looking Super Sabre. It absolutely looks insanely good. I reckon it is a great looking model. Hopefully you do as well. So yep, just to chuck it on the stand, very easy. It is cradle type stand, as you saw. You just stick it right in there, and that is your French Super Sabre all ready to go. That is beautiful. Definitely, I enjoy it. Hopefully you are liking what's hitting your eyeballs as well. So what I want to see though, and hopefully some of you will stick around and see as well, I want to check this thing out gear down. So what we'll do is we'll put some landing gear on this, swap out some of the ordnance so you can check that out as well, and then we'll wind up the video. All right, we'll be right back in a second. Alrighty, we are back with it to gear down. I did swap out the different ordnance as well. I'm assuming that may be some sort of bomb, because it does have a red ring. To me, that sort of signifies maybe live ammunition. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I am not too familiar with the French loadouts. Of course, you do have your pair of sidewinders on each side, which you put in, and then the other bomb or tank that you put on the outboard pylons on the wings. Now, you do, with your main landing gear, very straightforward. There is just your module for the wheel on either side, and then your two little gear bay doors that go in there, and that is job done. There's a lot of nice sort of detail inside the wheel wells there as well. Nose wheel, very straightforward as well. You've just got a tiny gear bay door there, one to the side, and the nose wheel itself that goes in. And yeah, there's not really much wheel well detail in there, but that doesn't really matter. No, the wheels do not spin. The hook does not move. Nothing needs to be done apart from all that, and that is set up beautifully for gear down. Obviously, we'll turn it over, have a little look, and there is the canopy in the open position. I managed to get it open even with my chunky monkey fingers. That was a feat in itself. It was quite slippery and hard to actually get open, but I think it does show some nice detail in there. If you can see it, we'll spin it around, see if we can show some light onto the inside. You've got to be very careful with handling this because it does have a few pointy bits. As you can see, some gauge detail in there. The canopy looks nice. So, yeah, I reckon it'll be easy to break these pieces off your model if you do not handle it with care. And I reckon, though, this thing does look absolutely brilliant. Yep, top-notch job. What we need to do, though, is make you weightists happy. And we'll put this thing on the scales, of course. So we'll bring this in, and we will bring this back and chuck it on. Drum roll if there's someone doing that. And we have a pretty decent weight of 284 grams as well. Now, you also do get these two little bombs. They actually do look like maybe snake eye bombs with the folding fins that drop out. I'm not 100% sure. But you also get those if you want to put them in the sidewinder position as well. So, yeah, you get three different ordnance for where the sidewinders are located, and then your two outer pylons, you get two separate ordnances to put on there as well. All right, that's job done. We'll move the scales out of the way so we can just focus our attention on this beautiful-looking French Super Sabre, of course. And I reckon this is absolutely brilliant. We'll zoom in a fraction and wind up the video. So if you enjoy this beautiful beast like I do, who doesn't? Who doesn't enjoy a smile on a plane? I reckon it's another great Hobby Master release, of course. I'll take some photos of this, throw them on at the end as per usual. Don't forget, if you like what you see, throw me some of those, of course, in my direction. Always feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're one of those watching that have yet to do that. I'll finish by saying thank you so much for checking out another one of my videos. I really hope you enjoyed this model today. I really did. I like it a lot. All right, everyone, I'll wind it up. You all have an awesome rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Cheers, everyone.